All right, there are so many notable odds. This is just the toe in the water. But Cooper Kupp is over 100 yards receiving as an over-under. Wow, and 8.5 catches. Keep in mind, Bengals, worst team against slot receivers. But you know you're going to count on, look at, and figure out where Cooper Kupp is. Odell, 63.5. Cam Akers rushing. Joe Mixon is actually lower than Cam Akers on the rushing props. And we have so much to get to. And for more on the props, let's head out to L.A. Larry Hartsetin, Kenny White, Chris Hassel.
EK, thank you so much. We're going to start with that big triple-digit prop right off the bat. Cooper Kupp, over 100 yards for the total. For pretty much anybody else, you would say that is just way too high. But, Kenny, what would your best Cooper Kupp prop be?
Yeah, right now I went over 103.5 yards on him because I made this number 116.5. And surprisingly, I have Stafford under, but I do have Cooper Kupp over. A lot of it has to do with the pass defense, as EK mentioned, in the slot. But also, Cooper Kupp is just so good. Best route runner in football. He's going to get open. The rapport with Stafford, it's amazing. Those two guys just hook up. And I think that 150, this number is going to go up to 110.5. So still a little bit of value left.
So you're fine at 106.5?
Still fine at 106.5.
Yeah, because this thing has moved. I remember talking to you, I think it was just a couple of days ago, and you had it at 103.5. So if you like that, get it now. What's your top Cooper Kupp prop?
Yeah, with the way this number has moved, I prefer longest catch over 28.5. This one is also on the move. I've seen it up to 31.5 at other books. The Bengals have allowed 5 catches of 30-plus in just the last 2 games. They also allow the most deep targets over the middle. Who can forget Cooper Kupp, that 44-yarder against the Buccaneers down the middle? And Matthew Stafford throws the most deep passes down the middle. It all sets up great.
How about the juice? If it's minus 135, is that too much juice for you on that number?
No. I'll still play it.
Take the juice on that. So Cooper Kupp props, and we're going to recap these when we're done. But let's move on to another Rams wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr. Larry, what's your top prop for OBJ?
You know, he's started to emerge. He's become a bigger target. 6 targets, 6 catches a couple of games ago. Last game, 9 catches, his first 100-yard game. And here's the thing. The Bengals play more man than the last 2 opponents, and Odell Beckham eats up man coverage. So I'm going to play a plus money prop over 5.5 grabs.
Okay.
Yeah, I total agreement, Larry. The matchup fits right for Odell. Mm-hmm. He's also in better shape, better continuity now with Stafford, and he was wide open a couple plays last week. 19 targets, 15 receptions the last 2 games. The continuity's there, and I like the catches far better than I like the receiving yards. I think there'll be a lot of short stuff to Odell.
Yeah, it's a straight arrow up with Odell Beckham Jr. You go back last 4 games, 2 catches, 4 catches, then he goes to 6, and then 9 last game. Let's go to Cam Akers now, Rams running back. Kenny, what's your favorite prop for him?
I'm just going straight, rushing yards over. I believe they will run Akers. Big reason I like the game under. The Bengal defense is a little weaker against the run than what the Rams are used to seeing. And now Cam Akers with a couple of more games under his belt. He hasn't had the explosive plays, and I think he can get 1 or 2 big explosive runs. I have him penciled in at 18 attempts. His number's 16.5, so I think he barely gets over the attempts, but I believe he's going to get almost 4 yards a carry in this game. He hasn't averaged that yet, but the run defenses he's been up against are far better than what he's going to see in the Super Bowl.
You know, I'm worried about the workload and the split with Sony Michel, so I'm going to go longest rush over 13.5, and he has not looked that great, I will admit, but this Bengals run defense is not as good. 4.2 yards a carry in the regular season. In the postseason, since they lost Larry Ogunjobi, 5.8 yards a carry. They've also given up 6 runs of at least 10 yards to running backs in the postseason.
And our Bryant McFadden, 2-time Super Bowl champion, he also loves a prop for Cam Akers in this game. He likes him as a first touchdown scorer at about 6-1, or a little better than 6-1. Let's move over to the Cincinnati Bengals side and Jamar Chase props. You guys have already agreed on one, and it looks like you might agree on another, going under the total for Chase. Larry?
This is really hard to stomach, but you look back and the top corners that he has faced, I'm talking about Ward, I'm talking about Casey Hayward, I'm talking about Rashad Fenton, he has not gone off against those guys. And now you face the number 1 corner. There's no question about it. The number 1 corner in the league last week, 2 targets against him, no catches. I'm talking about Jalen Ramsey, of course. Of course, Jamar Chase is not going to get shut out, but I do like him under 78.5.
Yeah, I'm agreement. His median number on the year is 77. That's against everybody. The average DVOA defense, Cincinnati's gone up against pass defense, ranked 21st. This is the first top 5 pass defense they've seen. Now, the Rams' pass defense isn't great. It's the numbers are great because the front 4 in the pass rush is so good. So it's going to have to be a lot of short stuff to Chase if he's going to make some plays in this game. I just don't see it. He had 54 yards versus Kansas City's defense in the last game. I think Jalen Ramsey will shut him down.
Yeah, went for over 100 yards in those first 2 playoff games, but kind of a median performance from Chase last time out, and the guys think it's going to be more of the same in the Super Bowl. How about Joe Mixon and the top prop for him, Kenny?
I went rushing yards under. Median number, I have 64 in the season, but the last 6 games is 56. And again, it's amazing. It's who you've played. The Cincinnati Bengals have played an average defense against the run, ranked 20th in the NFL. Now they're up against number 6, the Rams stopping the run. I think it's going to be a long day. They will try to run him still. I think he'll get his carries. If you want to go over in attempts, he'll get there. But I don't think he gets over 62.5. Again, I am at 60 yards. It's not a big difference for me, but I think it's enough to go under here, this prop.
Yeah, totally agree. The Rams allow 3.2 yards a carry in the playoffs, just shut down a much better running game. You have Mixon, 4.1 yards a carry against a schedule that allowed 4.5 yards a carry, but I also really love his longest rush under 13.5. You have to, if you go back since week 11, the Rams have allowed 3 carries of over that length to running backs.
All right, one more for you here as we get props from our experts, Kenny and Larry. Anytime touchdown scorer. And Larry, you got a couple for us?
Yeah, I love Kendall Blanton. This guy is 6'6". He's already caught a touchdown in the playoffs. He was very involved, ran 36 pass routes last week, and this guy is getting over 2-1 to get a touchdown. Then Tyler Boyd, he scored 4 times in the last 6 games, and I think also with the tight end injuries, he's going to have a big game.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm going to go with Sony Michel. He's going to be a bigger part of the offense, I believe. He's better in pass protection. He has that Super Bowl experience. And again, I like Cam Akers over the rushing yards, but I think when they get down close, it could be Michel that actually gets a carry for a touchdown here.
And how we look in game line wise, guys. We talked yesterday and we thought, maybe this weekend money starts coming in. Maybe we get to that 5 number. Just saw it recently drop down to 4 at several books. Todd?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we had said if you like the Bengals, grab the 4.5, because those numbers 5 and 5.5 don't mean much anyway, and now you may not be able to get 4.5.
I still think there's going to be L.A. money coming in, and Vegas will be a really a small part of the equation now that New York and New Jersey are in the mix. They will dwarf the numbers, and that maybe would be the reason this number will stay down. But I bet you there are more 7-figure wagers on the Rams than there will be on the Bengals. So I think you'll see 4.5. I think you might see 5 on game day.
Kenny White, the Wizard, and Larry Hartsetin. We call him the Heartthrob. Coach calls you the Maestro. You got every nickname in the book out here. Back to EK and the Moose.
Gentlemen, great work. Thank you as all. 7-figure wagers. Kenny White's got his eye on everything. Here's what he wants you to do. Kupp over the 106.5. OBJ over his receptions. He likes Akers as an overplay as well. Anytime Kenny White is leaning towards an over, there is big-time homework behind that because it's either default under or homework under. When he's talking over, there's a reason to be there. He does like Chase under his 78.5, Mixon under his 62.5. Larry likes Kupp's longest reception over that 28.5. OBJ over his 5.5 as well. Our guys keeping you up to the minute the whole week from LA. And don't forget, you want to start your day a winner? Start it with our guys, the Early Edge from LA, all week long. So they take you through the top plays on Super Bowl Sunday and the top plays of the day. Download, subscribe, enjoy, and win with the Early Edge.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.